What's up guys, this is Chris here, and today have I got something for you. Today we're going to be shooting a gun that I've been waiting to get on my range for a long time. As a matter of fact, one of my best friends designed this gun. If you guys are familiar with PewView on YouTube and Instagram, he's one of the best shooters in the country, and I have the pleasure of shooting with him all the time. We've been filming gun videos with each other now for about 3 or 4 years, and he's one of my favorite people, and he designed this firearm. This is the Watchtower PewView Apache. It is a 9mm double stack 1911 pistol with a polymer grip, a steel frame, and a steel slide, meant for one thing: going fast very accurately. It is a comped 2011 pistol. So this is a 4.6 inch 2011 pistol with an integrated comp on top, a full length rail, and then we have the Atlas plate with an SRO mount here with extended ambi controls, and we have a 2-pound trigger, and I am very, very excited to get this on the range today. Very cool grip, very cool magwell, and a proprietary coating. So a lot of things I like about previous 2011s, but a little bit of differences as well. The main thing I like about the gun is the slide cuts. They are the most functional slide cuts I've ever felt. You're not going to cut yourself with these at all, and you are going to be able to run them every single time. Somebody like Nick or I like to shoot slide cuts like this because with an optic on a 2011 and I want to reload, I can actually reload the gun, and instead of coming over the gun, wasting time and doing the Travis Haley method, which is more reliable, don't get me wrong, 2011s have such light slides, and if you get good enough at it, you can do the pinch method, which I often do on film, where I come over the top, rack like this, let go, and then my hand's right there to get right back on the gun, which at least in theory is faster because of efficiency. Economy of motion, having a more efficient path is always going to be shorter if you're moving the same speed. So I like to do that, and I think this gun was honestly designed for that. Again, Nick is an extremely fast and extremely accurate shooter, so having him design a gun for his own personal preferences is going to work pretty well for you too, I imagine. Now, we've been waiting quite a long time for this. We've had this on order since last September, so it's been almost a year, and we finally got ours. So we have some Fiocchi 115 grain, and again, we forgot cardboard targets to zero, so I'm gonna zero hopefully on the head of that Wilson Combat target there, and get a good enough zero to shoot, you know, somewhere between 100 yards this, I hope. Ooh. Little bit high, or a little bit low, Pretty close though. You know why it's pretty close? Because it's an Atlas mount, and I just took this SRO off my Atlas Artemis. This is a 2.5. It's hard to find these days, but I love that MOA. Oh, it's really, really close right away. Yeah. I enjoy when it's close right away. Well, it's a 6-inch plate, and we're at 35 yards. So I'd say that's a combat zero. No lockback on my Atlas mags. This gun comes with 2 magazines. One is, let me look.
I don't remember either.
20 rounds, and the other one's 17. And then I'm running some Atlas mags. Now the staccato mag, what it looks like, it comes with the staccato mag with sort of a staccato base plate. I think that locks back. It does lock back. So you'll have lockback on the mags you get from the box, but not my Atlas magazines. All right, so now we got this guy back here at 50 yards, which hopefully is gonna be a chip shot. And we'll just plink around a little bit, and if we do well, we'll move backward even further. What do you think? You think that was good?
Mm-hmm.
no lock back. Oh. This is the best job.
All right, out in the boonies for sure.
Yeah, well, I figured 50 was so easy. Why not double it?
Why
We're at
not?
a little over 100 here.
Why not? Got it. Got it.
Hunter's pretty easy too. I had so much lube on the dot that I couldn't even see the target. Because with 1911s, you want to lube the chamber a little bit, and in the first like 3 or 4 mags, it just sprays it all back on your dot.
I know how that feels.
All right, so we walked all the way down there, loaded up a few mags, walked back to the 150-yard line, and we will try to hit that target from here standing, which it might be a little bit much.
Got it.
Or not.
Got it. Got it.
That is so hard to do.
Well, you got most of them.
I'm hovering a little above his head right there. Little bit of drop on the 9 at 150. That's not bad for 150 yards.
That's not bad.
That's 450 feet. So we're at 220 maybe, 225, which is probably too far. I'm betting it's too far.
Got it.
225. I will take that. I don't even know if I want to shoot anymore. Whew, that's tough. It's a tough shot.
Got it.
I'm pretty happy with this gun. That maybe we're not giving away this gun. Maybe this gun's gonna find its way right back to my gun wall.
You can buy one later. Got it.
Damn it. Whew. Now that we've seen how accurate the gun is, and I would say it's pretty accurate, I mean, easy to hit at 25, pretty easy to hit at 50, reasonable at 100, push it out to 150, still got consistent hits, went all the way to 225, and I still got a couple in a row. So I'm pretty happy with that considering we're shooting just Fiocchi 115 grain that you can get from any store. Now we're gonna shoot it up close and fast and see how quick we can get it going, or at the very least see how quick I can get going. It's pretty good. This is one of the best handguns we've ever tested on the channel. Good job, Nick. I didn't want to shit on your gun, so I'm excited you made a really good one.
All right, Bub gets to shoot the Apache.
I am pretty excited about this. It looks really sweet.
It does, doesn't it?
see how my shooting goes today.
Good wrist. Woo!
Oh man, that's pretty sweet. That's actually like almost no recoil.
Okay, that's an Atlas mag, so that's why it didn't lock back, people, because of the mag. Okay, Bubba's gonna do the gauntlet, which is that one, then that one, then that one, then that one. You did it.
I saw that. I'm pretty excited I'm still shooting well for not being here for a week.
This feels so good. Normally I don't like a lot of texture, but it really does help get that ironclad grip. The slide is super easy to rack and to manipulate. Everything just feels super luxury on this. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I like luxury. Okay. Check me out, bitches. Okay, Chris made hits out at 220, and I don't think I could do that, but let's try 50. Oh, it's the Atlas mag. It doesn't lock back, just so everyone knows. I feel like that was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so that went extremely well, especially considering that my last range session was the CZ P09C, which went extremely poorly. This one went really awesome. So yesterday we shot an extremely reliable pistol that was extremely unreliable, and today we shot a 2011, which is supposed to be unreliable, and it was extremely reliable. We shot a little over 200 rounds of standard Fiocchi 115 grain and then standard Federal 115 grain. We had absolutely no problems. I lubed it with Slip 2000 right out of the box and started shooting the damn thing, gave it half a zero, and we went all the way back to 225 yards, and then we shot up close as well, and it is extremely fast. One of the coolest guns we've ever shot on the channel by far, and I gotta say, I continue to outdo myself with the giveaway guns. What I like to do with the giveaway guns is I like to try to find the gun I want the most on the earth and that people also want, and I like to give that to you guys because A, I get to shoot the gun before you get it, which is kind of a little dream of my own, to shoot every awesome 2011 on earth, and B, then I give you a gun that you know is awesome and that I vetted and that you probably couldn't get otherwise. And that's the case with this gun because, I mean, it's got about a year wait, it's around $4,000, and it's unobtainable for most people unless you get in that giveaway. Now, how did the gun perform? Well, you saw on camera how it performed, but it had zero malfunctions. It was extremely slick, really, really fast, and really, really accurate, which I would expect at a price point like this. It's nice though when somebody actually delivers on the hype, and it appears that Watchtower has. It's even better than the prototype I've tried. This is one of the slickest coatings I've ever felt on a gun. It has this sort of rose gold three-tone look to it. We have sort of a gunmetal gray here with a rose gold controls and then a black grip, which gives it it not only a unique look, but a really, really sexy look in my personal opinion. Such a good recoil control, we didn't even put a light on it or anything like that. I will for the full review, but again, super impressed with the performance and sort of with the uniqueness of this compared to other 2011s. Because I've never seen this grip before, but I really, really like this grip, and I hope at some point they sell this separately because I might put this on one of my staccatos. Now, the memory pad feels really good. The barrel is a 4.6-inch barrel, and then the optics mount is from Atlas. Now, I don't know how much of this they make in-house and how much of this they assemble, but whatever they did a phenomenal job. And this obviously wasn't cherry-picked because we purchased this last year in September. We're going to be doing a full review of this. 2011 summer has been a really good time. I should say 1911 summer, but it sort of turned into 2011. We had a few single stacks in there with the Nighthawk and the Wilson Combat, but for the most part, double stack is double the fun. And I've basically spent this summer relearning how to shoot quick again and trying to get used to the new range, and I'm having a good time. It's very similar to the old range so far because we don't have a lot of new targets, but we are shooting out at greater and greater distances, and we plan on just pushing the envelope even more here in the future. So if you like that, make sure you subscribe. Now, why pick a 2011 over something else? Why are 2011s so fast? Well, mainly because of the trigger and because of the recoil and pulse. The recoil and pulse of the gun feels really, really good because it is a hammered fired gun after all, and they do absolutely everything they can do to this gun to make it low recoil. Very similar to the Staccato XC and many of the other copies of the XC out there where we have a comp which is at the end of the barrel and it is fixed, and then only 4.6 inches of the slide reciprocates, lowering that mass and that felt recoil. On top of that, we have a heavy steel frame here, which keeps the mass of the gun down. Now, we have tons of aggressive texture on there, so you can really grip into the pistol and give it tons of wrist, but you don't really need to on a gun like this because it has inherently very low recoil. Now, that's part of the reason why it's fast, because it has low recoil, but the other reason is going to be that trigger. Now, we have around a 2.5 pound trigger on here, which is amazing for accuracy, and we'll get into that in a second. But really what 2011s are known for is this right here. Watch very closely, because you'll barely see it. That is the reset of the trigger, which is going to be lighter and faster than basically every other pistol on the market, which is why 2011s absolutely dominate. In every division 2011s are in competition, that is what people use. If you go to open division, you aren't gonna see comp Glocks, you're gonna see 2011s. If you go to limited optics division, you aren't gonna see any other guns there usually besides CZs and 2011s, and that's because they really are incredibly fast. And on top of that, they are America's pistol after all. They have the ergonomics that we've been used to for over 100 years, and most people like me grew up shooting those guns, can just get a slightly higher capacity, much faster, much more accurate version of the gun my dad was using. So you get the cool factor, you get the recoil control, you get the speed, and you get the accuracy. What's not to love? Well, what's not to love is the price tag, because 2011s are also some of the most expensive, if not the most expensive pistols you can buy on the planet. Now, that's partly because of how much they cost to make. That's partly because of the hand fitting that a lot of these companies do, but a lot of that is you're just paying for the highest performance gun you can buy. If you go out and try to buy an Indy car or a Bugatti or maybe a McLaren, I know this will be a surprise to you, but they're going to be more than your average VW. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people will shit on these guns because they'll say you can't carry it every day, it's too big for a concealed carry pistol, and you're absolutely right. There's a tool for every job. You don't drive your Indy car to the grocery store every day to get groceries. You take your F-150, or if you live in California, maybe a Prius. But for me, I absolutely love these guns, and there are small, tiny carry versions of these now. For example, you could pick this up and you could shoot this as your range pistol. You could use this in a competition, and then you could carry that little Staccato CS, which I've been carrying lately because it is unbelievably fast as well. There's so many different variations of the 2011 now, there's almost no reason not to get into one these days. They used to have misconceptions about how reliable they were, but the reality is that these guns are as reliable, and in some cases more reliable than a lot of guns that you get on the market today. And that's not necessarily due to design, but usually the attention to detail on expensive guns like this. If you get a gun from Atlas, you're going to be paying $7,000. If you get a gun from SVI, maybe $9,000. If you get a Staccato XC, maybe $4,500 to $5,000, and this one's still $4,000. So you expect the gun to perform extremely well. You expect it to have that hands-on detail, and for the most part, they do. And this one definitely does. I actually like this because it comes in at least the low end of the extremely expensive pistols. So if you're looking for something that can compare in performance, speed and accuracy wise to maybe an XC or something like an Erebus from Atlas, which I shoot all the time, and you want to pay, I don't know, almost half that, you can actually get into this and shoot the same speed and accuracy that I can with my Erebus. When I shot this, I don't like to admit this, but it is very similar in speed and accuracy to my $7,000 custom gun. Now, it doesn't have my name on it and all that kind of cool stuff, but if you're just looking for performance, absolutely excellent so far. Now, we're going to shoot a lot more rounds through it, and we'll give you a report on reliability as a whole, although this was supposed to be the break-in period, and we shot through today with 0 failures with 2 different ammos that we plan on using for the review. I was pretty confident going into this, and that's again why I try to pick the best giveaway guns for the giveaway, so you guys can have what most people can't get. If you want to see a comparison with this gun, I would love to do it because 2011s are really my thing. And if you want to see this shot with the XC or the Erebus, oh no, what will I do but shoot some of my favorite guns? So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.